Hey, whatever. Let's get going. Hey, True Believers England team here. We're back on Saturday nights for the auction. I'm really wanting to push these things a lot harder now. And so I'm going to come up with memes and what do you call them? Community things to remind you. And tonight we're doing an unboxing. I got the collection in, so I'll show you what's actually, I've got the auction all set up right here. It's going to be ordered a little different, but every book you see is going to be in the auction unless I find that I've gone over the 20. I try to make it around 20 lots. I'm going to start a little bit early because I got some 50-cent books here. I've got Wildcats. Now, there's nothing wrong with this book at all. It's just that I needed 10 for the lot, so I put in Wildcats number 4. We've got Star Wars High Republic number 7. Once again, nothing wrong with the book, except I don't hear you guys praising that book a lot. So I figured, okay, maybe I should just put that in there. Also, I've got Man of Steel number 2 in mint freaking condition, but it's Man of Steel, written by Brian Michael Bendis, so 50 cents, as well as issue number 3. Now I've got a couple of books that, yeah, the condition, I was like, well, should I do $1? Should I do 50 cents? This is the first appearance of Captain Carrot. It's New Teen Titans number 16. I grabbed it. I didn't really look it over, and right at the bottom here. So, yeah. So like, it's a good reader. Yeah,
all messed up.
It's a good reader, but I got to charge 50 cents. The Zorro Zero. This is Topps Comics. It's got some water. You can see the little waviness. It's got some water down on the bottom, but still, once again, great read. Masquerade from Dynamite Comics. This is absolutely fantastic. Get any of the Dynamite books that deal with the Golden Age characters. I highly recommend. But as you can see right in the corner there. Okay, here's the thing. Look at this. This book is legitimately made to look old. I actually didn't think that some of the damage done to it was damage. I thought it was just to make it look old, but then I noticed, nope, there's a tear in the corner.
And I'll just say this, that for those, you said get the ones that look old, the Dynamite stuff. Back then, sure, there's ones come out for Dynamite, the Scarlet Sisters, and it was woke as heck. So I got, but as I said, go over older Dynamite.
Oh, most definitely. Also from Image, here's Super Patriot number 4. And I have Strange number 2. And then let's see, Chuck Dixon. We got The Huntress number 2. Wow, I just realized there's nobody watching right now. I think because I know you click on and I click on, so that means you and I are the only audience members right now.
Well, I'm tweeting it out on Twitter, so I know.
No, thank you very much. I shared it myself. The funny thing is I had that thumbnail all set up and ready to go. I was going to advertise early, and Gail came home. We had dinner. And then after we had dinner, I came down here. My mother called about this flea market thing, and we had a great conversation. We're jazzed. We're going to get in there as soon as possible. The thing is I'm going to be buying books for the auction, but the ones that don't sell here is going to go to the flea market. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just grab a whole bunch because there's a whole bunch of dollar books. Most of the auction is going to be dollar books this week. Just the way it is, just the way that particular cookie crumbled. I'm trying to get more Bronze Age and such like that for next week, but have been foiled at every turn. But here we have Aquaman number 15. I like that cover. It's pretty good.
Which run is that?
Pfeiffer Gleason. This is 04. Okay, that's actually a good run.
Patrick Gleason. Yeah, Patrick Gleason art. That'll be good.
Before she went Twitter crazy, here's The Birds of Prey, written by Gail Simone. Her run of
Dennis on the artwork too. So
that covers a movie poster too, which I like.
Yeah. Ed McGuinness and Jeff Loeb on Batman Superman. That's issue number 6.
Yeah, that was a fun little series.
Hold on just a second here. I'm wondering if I could turn off the other. Where is the glare coming from? Is it coming? It's not coming from. It's coming from above or there.
It's your light above your room.
Yeah, I think it's the light above.
Yeah. Okay. Give me just a second because I've got the kitchen light also on. And I don't want the glare here. I'll be right back. What?
He's still wearing shorts.
See if
Well,
you guys are still able to see the books that I'm showing off. Okay. Let's see if it'll cause the glare here. Here is the new Teen Titans number 3. The back cover, there's a tear at the bottom. Otherwise, it would have been higher, but it's going to be a $1 book.
First appearance of the Fearsome Five.
Yep. Hello, Eric Breen.
How'd you do, Eric? Come on in, man. Haven't talked to you in a long time. We got Metal Men number 48.
The Eclipse Seller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's got a roll, so I put it on the dollar bin. There you go. Next up, we have Warlock number 1. All right. And then we have G.I. Jack Rabbits. This is one of those 1980s. We're going for that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle money. So, whoops. Once again, most of these are going to be dollar books. We have Shadowhawk number 1.
Oh, good.
And then let's see, Spider-Man the 1000 by I guess it says Ennis, so I guess that's Garth Ennis. So.
Oh, you've read those before, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got from Marvel Knights, this is Mark Millar, and that's Spider-Man number 9.
Nice.
This is from Jim Shooter's company, Defiant Plasma, Warriors of Plasma, number 1.
Warriors of Plasma. Did you try to collect the issue that was a bunch of trading cards?
I did. I actually had it. So I put it together. I bought a whole bunch of boxes, and then I put together as many comics as I could, and then almost sets, and then I sold off the individuals. Megaton Man versus Savage Dragon.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I swear I read recently who owns the Defiant properties right now.
And then we have Prophet and Chapel, issue number 1. Wildcats Adventures number 1. I got to tell you, this guy, I found he's got a shit ton of Image, but I'm like, do I want to take a chance? Because it's a lot of the Rob Liefeld stuff. Here's Gen 13 number 50.
I would say no.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a market with you guys, so I don't know. But I did pick up a few. Like here's Zealot number 1.
Yeah,
I would say there's always a market. It's just that you just never who's going to pop in on that auction.
Well, yeah. Here's Exo Man of War,
and
That's
whatever doesn't sell, it might sell at the flea market.
Yep.
The Chromium Zero issue.
Yep.
Well,
I like the Chromium covers.
You know who might buy those Valiant books? Mr. J.
If he doesn't already have them.
Yeah, that's the one problem. He has been on his Valiant buying spree, although I haven't seen much lately.
Nightman number 1.
Hey, Nightman.
I thought I took the tags off. I do apologize for that, kids. We've got All-Star Squadron number 32.
It makes it more human, more authentic, when you see a price together.
Oh,
bidding begins when LK says go. Marani, it should be you.
Actually, Marani, the bidding when LK actually goes.
Strange Sports number 6. This was going to be a 2 or 3, but there's a line. You can see it right here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got a box I'm not using here. Oh, I see.
Austin saying that he paid for his shipping today.
Oh, cool. I'm going to get books out tomorrow. All righty. We have Children of the Voyager from Marvel. I love that cover.
Marvel Frontier.
Yeah.
What was that? I've never seen that.
Yeah, it looks like
wasn't a part of the Frontier thing. Wasn't that the UK stuff?
No, I was going to say it looks more like maybe like some kind of horror imprint that Marvel was trying.
All right, next up.
That's current Marvel.
Did I?
Yeah.
You can't spell him around his full name without an L.
Yeah.
That's true. Her last.
Right.
We have wait. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. What am I supposed to be doing here?
The rest of us, I have no idea. It's just chaos.
Say again.
So the rest of us have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I don't either. So, and that's the problem. Okay, I'm doing the box wrong here. You go first because you're the 50 centers. Put the divider in, and these are the individual $1.
Just show them off, and we'll guess what the price is.
And we'll do that. The individual $1, and then I put together things like all the stuff that go together a little bit. Okay. Next up, we've got Batman: City of Lights, issue number 3. And we have Batman: City of Lights, issue number 4.
Who's that? Who's the creative team on that? Let's see.
This is Mark Mancia, and Alvaro Lopez.
Must be like a 2000s.
And then we have from Mark Millar and Brian Hitch, the Ultimates, issue number 13. And then from Mark Millar and Brian Hitch, we've got Ultimates 2, number 3.
Glitzer. He reached in the Playboy box. Oh, no, not those. Where are those?
Right. Issue number 4.
These are collector's issues, Gail. You don't understand.
It's cute. It's cute. You think Gail would allow me that. Here's issue number 5.
Hey, I have the Donald Trump one.
And we have issue number 6. And then issue number 7. Well, wait. Nope, that's the Avengers. Issue number 78. And then we have Avengers 492.
Only
And
50
we
cents.
have the Avengers 481. Maybe I should put that's 491. Maybe I should put my glasses back on. And then we have issue number 490. There you go. I think that's part of that She-Hulk Goes Crazy run.
I only take my glasses off when I'm reading New Marvel.
Well, I take my glasses off because of the glare. That's basically it.
If it's the what is it? The Red Mist.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's the Avengers. What?
From Kick-Ass? Red Mist?
No. Unfortunately, a different Red Mist.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
is that the one that from 2000? Like that's she's recently, isn't she? Right? I thought Red Mist was DC though.
Well, no. This was it's Red something or other. Basically, it was the Jeff Johns Avengers run where there's a town in Colorado or something that all the people died, and it turned out it was this that somebody released this biochemical agent. And She-Hulk goes in there thinking she'll be invulnerable to it, and instead it changes her into a rampaging monster. And of course, at the end of it, we learn that the Secretary of State, Dean Rask, is actually Red Skull. He's responsible for it and all this garbage. It's
to
awful.
answer MK, I'm just hearing about a rated R Last Ronin movie. I don't get excited about stuff too much. Sometimes I do, but very little. I think it's just after you've been doing the review thing for a long time, it's like, yeah, we'll see.
If they're in the original 90s costumes.
Here we have Captain Atom, number 8. I was actually kind of excited about getting Captain Atom. I've hardly had him in this auction. Here's number 18.
He was great in Justice League Europe.
And we have issue number 23.
The David Hasselhoff look.
And we have issue number 28. And issue number 29. It looks like I need to put them in order because here's issue number 27. And issue number 26. And we've got the annual #1.
He kind of had the Donald Trump look going on there. That one.
A little bit.
Side profile. The pompadour. Oh man.
Okay.
No, the only thing I don't know if anybody dropping any mist in Marvel was the Inhumans trying to kill the mutants.
Here we have Batman issue number 623. Brian Azzarello, Broken City. Here's 622. And we have issue number 620. And then Batman issue number 489. We've got Battle of the Planets issue number 2. Battle of the Planets Mark issue number 1. And then we have from John Byrne and Jerry Ordway, The Adventures of Superman issue number 441.
Rhaegar, learn the read. The other one starts at 10 p.m. Central.
Yeah, Rhaegar, you're just an hour early. That's all.
All right.
Don't worry though.
Next up, by somebody named Casey and a Coin, it looks like 623 of Superman. I like that cover. And then we have 811 of Action Comics by Dan Abnett.
Okay, nice.
And then we've got from Captain America. This is Gibbons and Weeks, and this is issue number 19. And from that same team, we have issue number 20. And then we've got Morales and Bacalo, and that's issue number 21. And they carry on over into issue number 22. All right.
Okay, did you read the? Are you caught up on Twilight? Not the show, but the book.
The movies. Do you? Yeah.
Next up, now I haven't been reading it actually.
I don't know if I should be putting these in or if I should hold out until I can find the other 2 issues. But 1963 Mystery Incorporated. I've had that a couple of times in the auction. Then I've got Tales from Beyond. No One Escapes the Fury.
Yep.
And Tales of the Uncanny. I'm missing something about Horus.
Yeah, you're missing Horus, God of Light, and
the X-Men. Horus is Thor.
Yeah, the horror one.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we have Inhumans number 6. And we have Inhumans number 7. This is by Jenkins and Lee.
I was going to say we need the other Inhumans number 5.
I know, right? And then we have issue number 8. Then we have issue number 9.
To send us all the pixel, he loved Inhumans.
And issue number 10. So do I, actually. Issue number 10.
He can't say them. He thinks they're filthy. He's a.
And issue number 12. And then we've got the mini series, issue number 1, issue number 2, and issue number 3. Also, guys, once again, don't forget to click like, share, subscribe if you haven't done it already. Don't mind helping out the channel. Saturday, we're having this auction every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Every book I'm showing off is going to be in the auction. It's generally, if you're new here, it's for just fill out your collection, find something. Sometimes we do have some big dogs. I got a couple this time around, but we're still on the dollar books, and we've got X-Force, and that's from Milligan and Allred. That's issue number 121.
Peter Milligan and Mike Allred. It started out as X-Force and then will become Ecstatic.
Issue number 122.
I loved that series, especially the beginning.
Issue 123. All right. Then there's some X-Men Unlimited. We have issue number 31 with Rogue. Traced by Greg Land. What's
I think you said X-Men Unloaded. I was like,
Unlimited issue number 33.
Yeah. So this was X-Men Unlimited. I think we're usually about like 48-page
Yeah, they're double sized there.
We're anthologies, so there's usually like three or four stories in each one.
We have X-Men issue 112. And we have Extreme X-Men 007.
And that's the Claremont and LaRocca. That was when Chris Claremont returned back to the X-Men. And it's actually in continuity X-Men.
There you go. Ray Porter received Deal Fritz from James Gunn Fanboys.
Oh, are you saying DT's like in death?
Huh.
He's just trying not to say because he's sure he's gonna get in trouble. You remember you can't say certain words on YouTube. I think he's saying death threats.
Yeah, unkind words.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got yourself a long box there. They should only sell long boxes for around $6, $7. Here we have Thunderbolts issue number 2.
$6 is a good price.
That's my shop. I get $7 for the magazine boxes.
And we have Thunderbolts issue number 15. And who's the creative team on this?
If that's the early Thunderbolts, that's Fabian Nacia and maybe Tom Grummett.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. Oh, here we go. Busek and Bagley. Here's issue number 16.
Everything's done by Roy Thomas. Don't you know that?
With the West Coast, West Lakes Avengers, the Great Lake Avengers. Then we have issue number 18. There we go.
Walk away.
Let's see.
Maybe Nacia was only on it for a dozen issues or so because he started it.
All righty. Next up, we have, hopefully you guys will care about these because the ones I've had before you all have ignored. Here's Iron Man, and this is issue number 311.
Well, I think people are just scared of buying them because they know where they have to go.
Let's see. Next up, I don't know why it says number 1 here. Is it an annual?
Well, it's been
it's Marvel Action Hour. That's why. Marvel Action Hour Iron Man. There you go. It is in a poly bag, by the way. That's what the writing's on. So, yeah. The part that says get a piece of the action. Because right here, Iron Man number 310 says the same thing.
I thought that was Motley Crue.
You want a piece of the action? All right, next up, we have Iron Man Annual 14.
Want a piece of your action.
And we have Iron Man number 312 with the Mandarin, the actual Mandarin, not a soccer player drunk. Then we have issue number 299. And we have book number 295. And 294. And then 293.
Marani, I made that same vow about the big dogs. If nobody buys them, they go into meetings.
Yeah, right. Okay, then we have Firestorm, issue number 32. I was actually kind of, these are not in order, apparently. Another book I'm kind of excited about when I can get them. Firestorm number 32. And here is Firestorm number 28. I guess I have them in reverse order. Because here's issue number 25.
Okay.
And this is issue number 23. And I think issue number 23, isn't that the first appearance of the girlfriend in the TV show? Turns out to be Green Arrow's girlfriend in the TV show. What's her name?
Felicity.
Felicity, yeah. But I think this is her first appearance in comics.
It is.
Yeah.
I thought she was a new character.
I'll have to check that out. But
yeah, well, if that is it, yeah, that would explain why that is got a decent price on it, or at least it used to. I know when I was going through my Firestorms a year or two ago, I was like, oh wait, first appearance of Bite is getting this much.
I've got a couple of Firestorms in the $2 or $3 bin. If it is, it is. Here we have issue number 18. But you were about to say something, Eric. What do you think?
I was at 23 and 24 are booking for about $20 each now.
Okay.
And one.
You had 23.
Yeah.
All right.
All these Firestorm books, there's going to be a fire sale.
Yay! Issue number 14.
Yeah, and what sucks too is they actually created a couple of interesting, villains / bad guys that never came back.
Issue number 16. Oh, you're rocking a full-on beard there.
It happens sometimes when you stop shaving.
Here's issue number 15.
I
on
my
the other
dad.
hand,
See? Just like my dad. Got the full
yeah,
beard.
I, on the other hand, shaved some of mine because it was just getting ridiculous for me. Although I decided to keep this because Pistachio will, he likes to, they preen. So he'll come up and he'll do his thing there. Then I have Firestorm issue number 9.
See, I would just rock the 90s mustache he had.
No. And issue number 8. I am never, I don't want a mustache. I don't really like this, but what you going to do?
E with just a mustache? He could do it.
No, I'm not doing a mustache again. Oh, and yeah, the deal with me and Maranya is the Iron Mans go through the ringer a little bit.
We can barely see
see
it as it is because it's all white, so it blends in. So
Yeah.
you skip the gray, went straight to white.
Yeah, that is actually, I went full Steve Martin on it. Next up, Ultimate Fantastic Four, number 3, the Doom storyline. Which, no, that's the original storyline, right?
That's what happens when you have
First, yeah.
you were born with sandy blonde hair, probably.
Here's issue number 4. I'm reading the Ultimate Fantastic Four again. I'm on volume 3, I think I am, as far as the hardcovers are concerned. Here's issue number 5. This is still my favorite of the Ultimates.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is you can almost imagine that's what Fan 4 Stick should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at like what the age of Reed and stuff is at the beginning of that Ultimate Fantastic Four run, it fits better, but they just completely crap.
They did not do well. Yeah, here's Ultimate Fantastic Four 11. And once again, all of these are dollars. We haven't made it to the $2 yet. Here's issue number 12. And then we have issue number 13, where they go into the end zone. I particularly like the Annihilus storyline. Here's issue number 14. And here is issue number 16. Guess skipped over 15 there. And issue number 17. And issue number 18.
I believe that's when Warren Ellis took over, and he has a very interesting run, including he's the one that got to write Dr. Doom into the Ultimate universe.
Here we have Death and the Maidens. This is a Batman book. This is issue number 4.
Yeah, that was a good miniseries. I think Klaus Janson on that.
This is Rucka and Johnson, and I need a bag and backing board for this one. But here's book 5. I missed one.
Yeah, and this is Greg Rucka pre-TDS.
And then we have issue number 6. And
but it wasn't pre-lesbian obsessed. Right?
Oh no, that guy had a fetish all the way at the beginning. Issue number 7, and then let's see if we get to the.
Well, he was able to hide it a lot better back then.
Well, he loved putting lesbians in his book, but the kind that would not be of any interest to straight guys, which kind of defeated the purpose, I thought.
Yeah.
But
okay, next up, the Rampaging Hulk, issue number 2.
I mean, not any worse than Palmati in Painkiller Jane.
This is by Greenberg and Leonardi, and we have issue number 3 of the Rampaging Hulk. The Hulk is the star of this show this time around, by the way. Not gonna lie here. Let's see. This is issue number 5. And issue number 6. Today I tried to get a bronze and copper age box of DC that had a good run of Super Friends and a lot of other cool stuff. Unfortunately,
Rachel Maddow.
Yeah. Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. There we are. All right. Next up, we have the Batman Chronicles, and this is I can't read off. Denny O'Neil is something about that there. This is issue number 9, and then we have issue number 10, and issue number 11, issue number 12, and we have issue number 13, issue number 14. Going to skip one to go to issue number 16, the all team up issue. And then we have a chapter of the No Man's Land in issue number, what is this, number 16. This is actually a good story where Renee Montoya gets kidnapped by Two-Face. And they're in a church. And Batman's really watching this. No, that's it. It was there was a priest that had a church, and he found Two-Face's body, and he brung him in. And so Batman's watching over to make sure Two-Face doesn't screw him all over. Next up, we have the Hulk, and that's issue number 2. And who is this? Byrne and Garney. And here is issue number 3. Is John Byrne still writing good stuff at this point, Eric?
It wasn't bad.
All righty.
But it was after Peter David's run, after Marvel kind of sabotaged it.
Yeah.
Which most people don't agree with because it gave us the Maestro, but
issue 5.
Yeah, to me it was never the same, but it wasn't bad either. It was a little more savage.
Then we have issue number 9.
The reason why you don't have the couple in between is there's a Wolverine crossover.
Oh, and this is still Garney, but issue number 10 is Ordway and Garney. So I'm going to guess it improves. I like John Byrne. I really like Jerry Ordway. I don't know though, but Superman, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, here's issue number 11, and we have issue number 15 and annual 99, the year 99. There you go. All right. This is actually what got me interested in the lot in the first place. Right here, Catwoman, the Jim Ballant years.
All right, now I'm awake.
Well, this is actually Chuck Dixon and Jim Ballant. Right
yes.
Here. Issue number 19, and then we have issue number 20. And we have issue number 21 and issue number 22. And here's issue number 23. And we have, I'm going to skip over a couple. Here's issue number, or 1. Here's issue number 25. There we are. And we have issue number 26. Issue number 27. We got issue number 28. And this is why, I don't know if it's on the, oh no, Catwoman's on the, it's what's in the box, but I've got Catwoman and the Hulk on the thumbnail for the actual auction already. There's issue number 29, issue number 30. And here's issue number 31. Contagion is such a great storyline, by the way. And we have issue number 32.
Man, how many do you have?
A handful more. Issue number 33.
Jeez.
Like I said, I went for this, and it was mostly Catwoman and Hulk. There's issue number 39, and here is issue number 40, needing a backboard, so I will remember that. And we have issue number 41, and we have issue number 42.
And these are $2 a piece?
Yep. Okay. Issue number 43. And issue number 44. Oh, well, that's nice. Come on. There we go. What is this? What is this?
A bug.
No, it's
piece of paper.
Creed. There we go.
Nice.
A Creed Chromium chase card. So there we go. But that came from issue number 44. Hello to everybody who's joined us. What's up? And here we have issue number 45. The books you see are going to be in the auction. The only thing I see is I might take out a few if I run over the 20 lot limit. Issue number 46. I will be starting a little bit early, even though it says 8 o'clock. I might start at 7:45 because I've got one 50-cent lot. Here is 47, and I'll start with the 50 centers. And then we have issue number 48 and issue number 49. There you go. And that is the Catwoman's.
Jeez.
Interested?
Very much. So much that I might have to outbid Mr. Boyd there.
Okay. And hello to Eric Boyd. What's up? I read the novelization in No Man's Land, loved it, but I'm a Marvel guy, so not super familiar. It is incredible. That is the greatest Batman story of all time, in my opinion.
Well, you should already have these. You were probably collecting comics when they're coming out.
Dark Admiral or myself? Because I did actually have these. Next up, we have Teen Titans Spotlight, and that is issue number 5, starring Jericho. And then we have issue number 6.
He's breaking the walls down.
There you go. And next we have issue number 7, starring Alan Richardson, or whatever his name is. There you go. And then we have issue number 9 with the Changeling.
Beast Boy.
We have issue number 11 with Brotherhood of Evil. And then we have issue number 12, starring Wonder Girl.
Auction
and
Saturday.
Terry.
Hey, there's Terry. Everybody.
And then we have, issue number 13, starring Cyborg.
Auction 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Saturday.
Yeah, it usually starts at 8 o'clock. I'm thinking of starting around 7:45 so I could do a 50-cent lot. There's Nightwing in issue number 14. The Omega Men in issue number 15. And Thunder and Lightning in issue number 16.
Yeah.
Right.
So Venkman, you think if Breen dyed his beard and hair kind of orange?
Well, he doesn't look like the guy from Doom Patrol.
No, he looked like Terry.
No. Terry has.
I had the Terry afro for about a minute.
Yeah, I was saying Terry had that ugly fro.
All right. Oh my goodness. Now here we go.
Yeah,
He also likes girls half his age.
Yeah.
Sit in for a bit, kids.
You weren't right. You weren't wrong about Spider-Woman number 6. Oh, good God.
Dude, that art in the interior.
Oh, not just the art. I mean, again, this is the second Marvel book in 2 weeks I've read where they had a villain that the last time I had read them, they were trying to become a better person, and then I pick up the issue and suddenly they're just full on evil again. It's like, what the F is there anybody left at Marvel that actually does any kind of continuity editing? I mean,
I don't know this, but I'm happy that a villain's being a villain.
Well, I mean,
that's usually rare these days.
Again, somebody'd have to correct me. The last time I remember seeing Star was the miniseries that she had
the annual
a couple of years ago or something.
Yeah,
and that was one where she was trying to pick herself up and facing challenges, but wanted to be good. Now suddenly here it is. Oh well, I'm struggling, so I'm taking jobs with Hydra.
Right.
And it's like, oh, and the same thing with real quickly, Amazing Spider-Man last week, with return of Janie Goody, Hallow's Eve. The last time I'd seen her was the miniseries that Erica Schultz did, which wasn't half bad.
That book doesn't exist.
Yeah, and it wasn't half bad. And again, she was starting to look for redemption. That she didn't want to be a bad guy, and then you open up Amazing Spider-Man, and she's completely evil. I mean, with Ben Reilly and all the nonsense.
All right.
And it's just like, what are you guys doing?
Next up, we've got some Incredible Hulk. Like I said, the Hulk is probably the real star because I've got the other Hulk series, the Rampaging Hulk, and now Incredible Hulk. That's issue 409.
Nice.
And we have issue number 410.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. This is a good era.
Issue number 411.
The Pantheon.
Now, I thought about going $2 on these books here, but here's issue number 412.
Yeah, if only Steve Fox would have been around to write these, they'd be so much better.
Oh yeah.
Here is issue 414. And we have 415. I'm actually kind of glad to get these because usually it's the high 300s that I'm getting. Let's see, issue number 416.
Imperial Guard's so hot right now. Thanks to the X-Men series.
And issue number 420. Who's so hot right now? Oh, the Imperial Guard?
Yeah, the latest episode.
Oh. Well, I guess I should have saved those Fantastic Four from last week, huh? Or 424.
People remember. Hey, those Lilandra. She actually exists.
427. Well, I still have those classic X-Men with them. Here's 428 with the man thing
and Hulk thing from behind.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, kids, you want to drug them before you date them. All right, that is issue. What are we looking at? We are looking at issue.
You like to put them.
Something.
That's the one I think. What Betty gets shot in the head, right?
And here is. Oh, there it is. It is at this point, kids. The number. Oh, there's 430. Is the number is that purple thing right underneath.
When she gets shot in the head, does she get amnesia and then shorten her
431? You know what? I would have done the Abomination differently. I think it's when they really steered into the Hulk gets more angry than, and I would have done this with a Thing too. But with the Abomination, I would have them be able to absorb the radiation. So the stronger the Hulk gets, the more radiation he puts out to makes the Abomination stronger. Because after a while, it's like, yeah, but all you got to do is get the Hulk angry enough and the Abomination's beaten, which is what they did. I think, and I think Thing should have been the same way.
The Abomination would explode from all the gamma radiation.
But like but the way I would have done it is the Thing would absorb the Hulk's radiation and get more powerful as well. But he would also continue to mutate.
Or what about this? If the Hulk is a radiation and everyone around him that's a human gets sick.
That could happen too. Yeah, it gets gamma sickness, 433. And then we have the Punisher coming in here with the other 433. I guess that was 432.
It starts affecting Peter Parker, who has radiation in his blood as it is.
Here is 434. And we have issue number 430 something. Yep, 435. It's a sideways cover.
Ghosts of the Future with Maestro.
And we have issue 437. And once again, like I said, usually this would be a $3 or $2, but here we go. We're going to put it at $1 today.
Oh, it's Doc Samson. I thought that was an ugly woman. On the right.
Then we have 443.
Jeez.
I told you the Hulk, I've got more Hulk in here today than anything else. We have 444.
Well, Cable's got some steroids.
Mm-hmm. And then we have issue 448.
And that was a worse than a Liefeld cover.
And then we have issue number 449. These are some kind of cool covers. They're nice and they're colorful, which are comic book covers today just not as colorful? Because these are popping to me. Oh, 463.
Well, they have the word bubbles. I think they actually are a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is a different coloring process. I mean, they were much brighter back in this time period.
Are we back with Peter David?
That's 90s. Yeah, 90s.
I'm still trying to get the foot being 5 times bigger than his head.
It's perspective.
Is that Peter David, the David I'm seeing here? We've got 487.
No. Well, yeah, that would be reverse perspective, where his foot is closer to the camera than his head.
Yeah.
So you'd be like leaning back.
Next up, we've got somebody named Casey and Paluto on issue number 468. And hello to... oh, wait, no, Eric and Boyd's been here for a bit. We've got Bill Cosby, the comic. Oh, okay. She asked to drug it. Issue number 469. Super Adaptoid.
maybe-
That's somebody they need to use more often.
Maybe his foot swelled up from kicking so much ass.
That's it. Issue number
Well,
470.
He just had a really bad case of gout. That's all.
Ugh.
Okay, I will have to say I'm not a big fan of the Watcher on this particular cover. And the Hulk looks like the Beast from the X-Men. There you go. It's
Watcher
473.
The watcher should only be watching.
And then we have the Incredible Hulk flashback book. And we have annual number 19, still in its poly bag. And then the Incredible Hulk issue number 16. And issue number 12. And that is that for all of the Hulks.
Darny.
What if they
Darny
did it?
drew a good Hulk.
You know, I'm shocked they never did a what if, like where the Bruce Banner stayed human, everyone else turned into a Hulk.
Where is the cutoff? Where's the cutoff? Here's the cutoff.
There are
All
no
right,
cutoffs,
next
but
up, we're going to go to these are going to be $2 books.
I want my $2.
$2. Yeah, we have Wildcats X-Men Silver Age. This is a prestige format double-sized comic where I guess they're going after the Brood. And I don't see a creative team on it. Oh, but there it is. Scott Lobdell and Jim Lee. And Scott Williams. So, you know, the dude who played Stifler. Rock on. All right. Next up, we have the Dawn of DC Shazam, book 1, or issue number 1.
good book.
Yep, I agree. Superman number 75.
Better book.
And then we have X-Force number 25.
Worst
Part of
book.
Fatal Attractions with, I swear that hologram does work. It's just, I've got the
Don't
light.
look back.
Yeah. Wonder Woman annual number 4. The first appearance of Yara Flor. And then we have the comic book day, pre-comic book day from 2000 something, RoboCop. Also with Stargate Elect.
Oh, I just saw that online. I was going through comic book stuff, and I saw that it's at first I thought it was Stargate doing a crossover.
Mhm. I know, right?
I was like, I want to read this now.
This is Radioactive Man issue number 412. I think it's actually for like issue number 4, but they do the death of Radioactive Man. And we've got Simpsons Comics number 5.
The Bart Man. Do the Bart Man.
And then if you could tell me who Brett Hull is or what they're doing here, is this like Quidditch?
So
This
that's
issue-
That's supposed to be ice hockey. So Brett Hull is an NHL Hall of Famer. Played
Great.
most of his career with the St. Louis Blues, which is the kind of the uniform there.
this is the second time you've had that book within like a couple months.
And it's
No,
the
no.
second time you've embarrassed us by saying, "What does this person do?"
I'm kidding around about the ice hockey.
We
Yeah,
don't-
but here's issue number 3. I have the miniseries. I have
Okay.
the miniseries, but these are individual issues.
Can you name his brother?
Brett?
Yeah, can you name his brother?
No. Martin? What was the actor? I don't know.
That's
Doug.
Maul. That's Maul. I was hoping you're Bobby.
Oh no, Bobby's his father.
Is it? That's his dad?
Yeah. Bobby Hull is his father.
Oh, okay.
You know, Austin, I had an offer to buy a whole bunch of Overstock from a comic shop. Somebody's like, no, we'll sell you a whole bunch of books if you would like. Yeah, we'll make you a really good deal. And I was like, well, I'm more interested in like Overstock copper and 90s, 2000s, not so much modern day. And they were like, oh, yeah. We have Firestorm annual number 2. There you go. And Power Girl number 3 by Gray and Palmiotti.
Good series.
Yeah, it's a very good series. Legion of Superheroes issue 66. And we have Legion of Superheroes issue number 9.
I
Two different series right
I feel
there.
like you showed some of these books off last week.
Well, I did it at the last stream, but this is dedicated to show off the books of the thing, so I figured I'd bring them back.
Okay.
Then we have issue number 20 of DC Comics Presents. You're might late, Superman. That guy was hot enough to boil Green Arrow live. And then we have Legion of Superheroes issue number 279.
Turns out that villain had a steakhouse.
And we have Legion of Superheroes issue number 276. And Legion of Superheroes issue 259. This is where it starts their own title. Because before it was Superboy in the Legion of Superheroes. That's 255. Now we have Superboy in the Legion of Superheroes 234.
These
And
are
we
really
have-
good books you're showing right now.
Say again?
These are really good books you're showing right now. That
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm in the Legion.
Absolutely. From Topps Comics, I'm not seeing a creative team here, but it's called Kirby Chrome, the Satan Six.
Oh yeah, no, this is there's a whole host of a creative team. So the Kirby Chrome was the Topps era. Basically, Topps paid Jack Kirby a ton of money just before he died for a bunch of character ideas that he had that never got used by Marvel or DC or anywhere else.
Well, you got Roy Thomas, Gary Frederick, Dick Ayers, and Big John
Severin, yeah.
Bombast.
So
That Satan,
Next up.
Satan 6 you had, I think might have had even some Todd McFarlane art, or he inked some pages.
Okay.
I know Kirby also quote unquote penciled some pages in there too. But yeah, basically it was then Topps just got a whole bunch of recognized creators. Especially this was in the 90s where guys were looking to score a big paycheck that they weren't getting from Marvel or DC. So I mean, it's literally a who's who when you look at those Kirbyverse books.
Here is a Virgin variant of the one-shot. The Bionic Woman meets Linda Carter Wonder Woman. There you go. Next up, we have Superman number 2.
And then they wrestle in a cello.
Yes, they do, in my fantasy anyway. Then we have Wonder Woman issue number 114, or 104, excuse me. And then we have issue number 114.
It's in lime jello because nobody likes lime jello.
And we have Supergirl issue number 29. The, what is her name? Gray, whatever is the cover variant thing?
Amanda Connor.
Amanda Connor, yeah, the Connor variant.
Yeah.
Then we have Forever People number 7. And then we have What If the Phoenix Had Not Died? And What If the Phoenix Jean Grey was reborn as the Phoenix? There you go. All right. And next up, we got some $3 loans. Okie dokies. Artotokis.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Part of the Korvac saga. We have Avengers issue number 168.
Yes.
Excellent freaking book, by the way. Yeah. Captain America issue number 1, or Captain America and the Falcon issue number 188. There we go. We got the Green Lantern 100-page special, the 80th anniversary, and then we've got Obnoxio the Clown versus X-Men. Still trying to get rid of the What If number 1 from the We've got the DC special number 19, War Against Giants. And then we have the Secret Origins of Superheroes from 1979. Free Comic Book Day, 30 Days of Night. And this is from like 2000 when it first came out. We've got X-Men Prime. X-Men are so hot right now because of the 97 thing. We've got a book that I swear is good, but nobody cares. Howard Victor Shakin's Batman Houdini. There you go.
Who cares?
I know. And Marvel Superhero Island. I pulled that one out of the out of mothballs. We have Firestorm issue number 2. And the first appearance of Plastique is issue number 7. Another $2 first appearance is Warlord issue number 48. Want to give it a shot there, Eric?
What's that?
First appearance, Warlord number 48. Normally you would say there's no big keys, and it's not a big key, but it is.
I don't know whose first appearance was in there.
First appearance of Arok, son of Stone. There you go. Like I said, it's not a big key. A good book, recommend, Night Force number 1.
I'll second that.
And then something I just could not help getting because I like Archie comics is Archie's Weird Mysteries. And this is book 1. It's like, hey, you remember Scooby-Doo? I bet we could do that with the Archies. And then we've got Brave and the Bold, issue number 165. Batman and Man-Bat.
Cool.
And then we've got GI Combat, The War That Time Forgot. And this is, we got JT Krull, Justin Gray, Jimmy Palmiotti. So, some good names.
I would imagine those weren't bad.
Well, I read The Haunted Tank. It was not bad. I would like to read The War That Time Forgot. I'm kind of getting more into The War That Time Forgot, especially after I read The New Frontier. It just, it's appealing.
When they did the New 52, obviously there was a number of titles that were DOA. I'm thinking they were probably ones that were just like passion projects of some people, or or maybe to fill them out, like the haunted, like the Haunted Tank, the Jack Combat, the Agents of Shade, or whatever. Now, All-Star Western lasted for a few years.
For a couple, yeah.
But yeah, I said I'm sure that some of those, because I said the audience by that time had no idea what any of that stuff was.
And ending the $3 books, we have Ms. Marvel issue number 31. We have Ms. Marvel issue number 33. And my favorite cover of them here is Ms. Marvel issue number 36.
Yep.
There you go.
That doesn't look anything like Captain Marvel.
I know, right? Who is that female creature?
That's the new Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Well, except that Marvel and Hasbro just announced a Miss Carol Danvers Warbird costume Marvel Legends figure that's exclusive to Target. That's coming out, I don't know, like fall or something.
Well, maybe they'll just hope that Twitter doesn't learn of it, and they'll actually be able to sell something associated with Carol Danvers in an action figure.
They're gonna keep that filth in the back of the store.
I'll just wait for when Ollie's gets it next year. Because
Okay.
there's no way I'm
But some of those
getting
other,
$25 for it.
some of those Captain Marvel figures, when they get to Ollie's,
Yeah.
they're getting full print runs. At least this one might actually move a few units while it's at Target.
X-Men 97.
It was hilarious. And my Ollie's, you could have bought every single Marvel Legends Eternals figure for months. And
They're
I think
$9.99
you'll be able
each.
to.
I'm kind of curious to do so, just to put together the big figure and then sell that.
Where's
Yeah.
See, what I wanted to do is get a Build-A-Figure set, but you build Dan Slott.
Right. I don't know if they've got enough pieces. Archie is it was a cartoon.
Buy
Archie
yourself
Weird
the
Mysteries
blog.
was a good cartoon, is what Undead Quinn is saying.
You could get all the others, like action figures, like, for Marvel, and then you build, like, Dan Slott. It's the big giant figure.
Well, I think at one point there was a Build-A-Figure for the Blob, so you would just have to repaint him is all.
There you go.
Instead of being in a his onesie, leotard thing, you just put some sleeves on him and
Why does the
he's got a
term?
beard.
Why do the phrases "all the king's horsemen and all the king's men" come to mind?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Next up, we've got Harbinger trade paperback. These are the
Was it that-
$5.
Does that have the Harbinger Zero with it?
It does not, but the XO Man of War does.
Oh,
Green,
it has a database,
Green,
yeah.
was that line that says they couldn't get Dan Slott thin again?
And next up, we've got the Wildcats.
He's
And,
a whole lot of before pictures.
We have Jack Kirby, the 100 collection, the 100-year celebration thing. Volume 1 and 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm still got them. Novelizations.
True story. Dan Slott was in Spaceballs. He was Pete's the Hut.
And then we have Bone, the first chapter. All right, let's see. Let me peel the sticker off here because these are going to go into the $5 lot.
Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now says Dan mixing a salad.
That's funny. All right, next up we have What If, issue number 30. What if the spider clone had lived?
Oh, nice. ALK, you watching the play-in game?
We have What If Thor and the Avengers Fought the Gods. This is issue number 25. What If the World Knew Daredevil Was Blind? This is issue number 8.
They did.
And here is What If Conan Had Walked the Earth Today, issue number 13. And then What If Spider-Man Had Never Become a Crime Fighter, issue number 19. And we have What If the Avengers Had Become Pawns of Korvac, my favorite issue of all the What Ifs. That is issue number 29, right? 32. And then we have issue number 45, What If the Hulk Went Berserk?
In that What If, is Uncle Ben alive?
Yeah, that's the whole point. He stops the bad guy, and that's why he can still be an entertainer. And then issue number 34 of What If. The first appearance of Wonder Man, the facsimile version, issue number 9.
The best costume ever for Wonder Man.
This is Superman and Batman, world's funnest. It's where Batmite and Mr. Mxyzptlk go to war. There you go. And it's a double-size prestige format, so it's a big read there.
Who's writing it?
I
saw 2 names on there to cover.
Yeah, it says Mariko Tamaki. No, I'm just kidding. Evan Dorkin and Friends is what it says. So the guy who did Milk and Cheese. Next up, we have issue number 62 of All-Star Comics.
Did you say and Friends?
Yeah, that's what it says. It's on the cover. So, hey, cool. All-Star Comics, guys.
Nice.
And then we have All-Star Comics issue number 60. Next up, we have issue number 276 of Superman, where he fights not Captain Marvel. This would actually be more, but I checked the edges to make sure that it was actually in good shape, and you can see there is no ticks whatsoever. And I'm like, wow, that is freaking awesome. I can't believe it, and it's only going for a certain amount. Holy crap. Why isn't anybody running this up to... I checked the corners, I checked the edges, but I didn't see that big number 15 right in the center of the thing. So instead, it's a $5 book. And then finally, for the $5, we have Action Comics number 376. All right. And then I've got some sets. There we go. We've managed to put together some of these. Issues number 1 and 2 of X-Men Alpha Flight. Good story. Highly recommend that. I pointed this out in the last live stream, but I have to do it again. Issues number 61 and 62 is the Luke Cage. This is where Luke Cage dyes his skin black and hangs around. Not Luke Cage, but the Punisher turns black. Yes, that was a faux pas.
I knew that Luke Cage was white this whole entire time.
Yes. That's why you come here, so I could blow the lid off the big controversies. I don't know who the creative team on this one is, but here's issues 1 through 4 of The Invaders.
I think it's Roy Thomas and Dave Hoover.
Oh, that's Roy Thomas is just you say that name, it's like okay.
You say Dave Hoover, and I'm
well,
like,
especially
any
any book set in World War II, chances are Roy Thomas wrote it.
I swear to God, you guys don't believe me. This is a really, really, really good book. This is 0 through 3. But yeah, you should get that one. Then we have the X-Men Micronauts and that's 1 through 4.
Micronauts has had an omnibus release this week.
And then we have Marvel Fanfares, issue number 35 and 34 and 35. This is featuring the Warriors 3. And we have Judge Dredd 1 through 3 from the DC Comics. Judge Dredd didn't get bad until the late 2000s, just like everything else. So give it a try. 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars High. You guys don't give a shit, but it's going to be there. So then we have the Oz Effect. This is Action Comics 987, 988, 89, and 90. There you go. Another book that I've been trying to pawn off on you guys, issues 1 through 6 of The Imperfects. There we go. And that is all the sets. And then the few big dogs I have for the week are Batman 89, number 1. There we go. We've got, let's see, what else? I'm going to go for some that, okay, you've seen this one too. Number 11 with a Marvel bullpen. Let's see. First appearance of Blue Devil in Firestorm. There we go. Then we have Action Comics 375. And we have Action Comics 395. I think a couple of magazines. We've got one that you've seen before, Bizarre Adventures, with Shang-Chi, Elektra, Titan from the Inhumans. All right. I don't think that's Shang-Chi, though. I think I called that wrong. And then we've got The Tomb of Dracula, issue number 2. Go. This is new. That's why I'm going slow for you guys to check out. That's from 1979. You have seen this book as well. It is issue number 20 of Weird Western Tales, starring Jonah Hex.
Wow.
So. And then I was actually surprised to find that this is a big dog. I was looking and holy crap, this one's gone. It's GI Combat featuring the Haunted Tank. Here you go. All right. And finally, the very last of the big dogs, the very first appearance of Lady Punisher. There you go. Issue number 75 of the Punisher War Journal. All right. And that, there you go. That is that. Those are all going to be Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And anything good, guys? I hope. Anything appeal?
Wow.
Oh,
definitely the Catwoman. The Hulk.
Yeah.
The All-Star Squadron for me.
Yeah. Those are, I'm always grabbing onto the All-Star, the JSA All-Star thing. What was it? All-Star Comics.
All-Star Squadron.
Yeah, well, it started off as All-Star Super Squad because it was 2 teams coming together. And I was like, yeah, you guys fumbled overlap. But yeah, I hope you guys in the chat, you found something of interest as well. Anything to bite on there?
Myself, I mean, the stuff that I saw that I have.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah,
that you would recommend people to buy.
Yeah, like the All-Star Comics, absolutely. Yeah, the older the better, as far as I'm concerned.
That's right here. The Tomb of Dracula magazine. That's one I would point out. I was just looking.
I decided to check a couple prices for the hell of it.
Yeah,
there must be another pandemic planned because what if number 10? It was $100 book at one time because it was Jane Foster Thor.
Right.
Dropped down to 50. It's 190 now.
Holy Toledo! Did
There's this comic book realm, and I cross referenced it with my comic shop.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting considerably more than the $50 that it was booking for 6 months or 2 or 3 months ago. The White Vision is shot back up to 75.
I wonder why.
That was down to 40.
Wow.
And
speculators are getting back into it. I guess
I don't know, but then I thought, okay, here will be the test. See if everybody's completely lost their mind. I went to the Echo stories in Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Still cratered.
That TV show just demolished it, huh?
Well,
wow.
It just needs a year or two to fade out of people's memories, and then
well, I thought I said I bought a number. I think it was a number, whatever the first one was. I bought two of them 1 week apart. First week I bought it, it was a $200 book. The second week I bought it, it was a $90 book, and I didn't know.
Wow. I saw a She-Hulk #1. I saw a She-Hulk #1 that looked in good shape, and it only sold for $50. And I'm thinking it should have been $50 even before the TV show. You can't tell me that TV show, as you said, cratered it.
It was 100. It was 125 last time I looked. I'm gonna say it's back up to 300.
She-Hulk.
Are we talking Savage or Sensational?
Savage. The first appearance.
It's back up to 200 though.
Well, there you go. See, I actually think
I don't know. I don't know if somebody just got in there and just said, "Hey, let's have some fun. Let's raise all the prices again."
Maybe it's a dumb money thing that with the GameStop, except for they're doing it with the comic books.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing things like the Silver Age comics have been coming down for months. No reason to believe that bronze and copper aren't also. Again, if you put $200 on a She-Hulk #1, who's going to pay it in 2024?
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. I think $200 for a She-Hulk #1, probably 100. I would say is a little bit more.
For She-Hulk or Spider-Woman, or maybe, and then maybe slightly higher for Ms. Marvel and Nova because they're a few years older. I mean, because these are 40+ years old now.
Well, I wouldn't put Nova above Spider-Woman and She-Hulk. Maybe Ms. Marvel, because whether we like it or not, Carol Danvers is more popular now than she ever has been.
I'm taking all that out of it. I'm looking at it as a first issue from 1976. Mm-hmm. Both of them came out in 76, even though Ms. Marvel was cover dated 77. She-Hulk and Spider-Woman were 1980. I would just, like I said, just by the virtue of the age, I would value those a little higher. Because I mean, the She-Hulk had a series, yes. Carol Danvers had a couple movies. They're gonna put Richard Rider in one, but I'm talking about from a collector standpoint. Nova got into triple digits without ever being linked to any live action property.
Yeah, but I was talking more of the fact that She-Hulk has always kind of been a more popular character than Nova. Just as a comic book collector, not necessarily because of the movies or TV or anything like that. I just think even the comic book collector.
But again, I said the original Nova series though does have some appeal. I mean, it's just the first. It's one of those where it's just the first issue. Everything else is way down.
Oh, and Glenzer, I think we might be saying Spider-Woman #1, but we're really talking about Marvel Spotlight 32, the first appearances.
Yeah, that's Marvel's. But that's worth. Let's see that was. I'm going to look that one up because I was talking about that. Because I wouldn't have a problem if Spider-Man #1 was $100 book, but Marvel.
Yeah, I know, right? I want these books to be $5 while I'm buying them, and then $150 or more when I'm selling them. But that's a little selfish.
Because the Moon Knight one in there is this. Like I said, of all the Marvel, of all the series that start with Marvel. You've got the first Werewolf by Night. That'll set you back 2.
Yeah.
You got first Ghost Rider. That'll set you back 9. That Moon Knight, that's jumped another $100 to $500. And the Spider Woman has jumped to $325. Jeez, jumping Jehoshaphat.
Yep. Okay. First, I'm going to answer Austin, and then I've got a question for you. Austin is asking about a Nova book. I think so, but I do know that right before we moved, I did a big kind of half off sort of auction, and Dominic just freaking great whited a whole bunch of freaking comics. So I have to look. I've still got a bunch of boxes in storage, so I have to bring those out. And yeah, I might be doing a lot more live streams, just sitting here while I'm taking care of books, because I got to put tags on every item we put in that flea market booth. So while I'm sitting here doing that, I might as well have a conversation and talk with whatever you guys want. But I'll look for the Nova books and I'll show off everything. So if you guys are interested before it goes to the flea market and such, man, might as well. Ron, you said, as I said earlier, those Iron Man Piece of the Action books have an animated cell from the Iron Man Forceworks cartoon of the era, usually Century. But I did get it higher bid cell. Really? That okay. I got to look those up, see if that up the value. I probably doubt it, but a lot of times when I get a big collection like this, I got to admit I'm kind of lacking on the research unless it's something I automatically recognize as to be good. But yeah. So, okay, here's the question. And this is for the chat. This is for LK, RDV, you, Eric. What is a book you think is undervalued? Not because you own it, but actually because that character is more interesting and should be up there, or at least you think they're more popular, or they have a cult following or something.
Wait a minute, say that again.
What character do you think, maybe because of their popularity or the fact that they've been having a resurgence, their first appearance is undervalued? And I'll do it the other way. Their first appearance is overvalued.
Well, to me, a character's first appearance is way overvalued as Ghost Rider.
Okay. It's around, I've seen it sell as much as $1,000.
Well, it books for $9.
Okay.
A graded one has gotten 6 figures.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. I think Moon Knight's first appearance is very overvalued.
Where would you value it? Like what? Okay, it's Ghost Rider or it's Moon Knight. What is a good raw copy? We're not talking about 9/8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Marvel Spotlight 5. I'd say $500-$600. It really shouldn't be worth any more than that. Werewolf by Night 32. Maybe a little less than that. Tomb of Dracula 10, maybe comparable to Ghost Rider, because Blade has become a very popular character. I just don't see how they should be worth more than that.
Yeah.
It's just, but yeah, and I understand, it's worth what somebody's willing to pay, but between slabbing and just jacking up the values, it's done a lot of harm to this hobby. I mean, there's nothing that's happened in this industry in the last 10 years has done anything for the health of the comic book collecting hobby. Nothing.
Right. We've had this argument even with Ash, where it's like the speculators are doing well.
Ash thinks it's wonderful, and I don't get that.
But to me, it's a short term situation. It's not. I don't think it helps in the long run, but in the short term, yeah, okay, they get a little influx of cash, but it chases away more people it brings in.
Right. You can't. What's the point? I mean, I said, even if you had money, how do you go about collecting the Amazing Spider-Man when 90% of the early issues are in slabs and in safes?
Let's see. I agree with you. And that I've actually seen a whole bunch of regular issues. They're $10, they're $15, sometimes $20 if they're between 50 and 100, or even 50 and 150, you can find a whole bunch of them that are just like, it seems like just leveled off at 10 to 15 bucks each. When I think 5 or 10, okay, maybe on certain ones, depending on the condition and such. A book that I have always thought is overvalued. In my opinion, it's a $50, maybe $60 book tops, is the first appearance of Brother Voodoo, which I've seen go up as high as $350. I was like, it's Brother Voodoo, guys. You know who likes it? You.
Strange Tales 169.
Yeah.
There is.
I'll bet you that is. I'm gonna guess 800 now.
But I'm liking some of these answers. And Dark Admiral, as far as an undervalued book, right on the freaking head. Avengers Annual number 10, the first appearance of Rogue. I have sold a lot of them. I think over the years, at least 4 or 5. Let's just say that. And I don't think I've gone over 150. I think I've gone up to 150, but I don't think I've gone over 150 with the Rogue.
When is the Brother Voodoo movie coming out?
I know. Wow. Or seriously.
1,500.
1,500 is the highest.
Yeah,
that's a 9.8, right? 9.8 slab.
9.4. I don't know. I would. Well, I guess it probably, if you have it that high, it probably is this woman. But comic book realm is becoming less.
That's ridiculous.
It's becoming less. I'm trying to think of a better word than trustworthy. It's some of these things are just. It's almost like there's a glitch in their system.
It really is,
because there's no way in hell anybody's paying $1,500 for that.
Hey, look up Avengers Annual number 10. Glenzer's mentioning New Mutants 98. That is way the overvalued, because that was an incredibly at the time. New Mutants had become very popular. There are millions of issues out there. It's well, maybe only 100,000, but seriously, there's a lot of them out there. And a lot of people had bought them, like Eric said, they safed them. They're in slabs. They're waiting. It's ridiculous that how much that book's for.
135 and falling.
The first appearance of Rogue.
Yep.
Wow. Even after 97, huh?
So
go on ahead, RDV.
I was shocked with the popularity of Ghostbusters. How many Ghostbusters fans there are across the world? That the real Ghostbusters, which is the very first appearance Ghostbusters in comic book form, if any form. I've seen it go for $20, and I've seen people try to sell it for $200 raw. And I honestly, I don't. It should be. You think it'd be worth a lot of money, but realistically, you're probably going to get $20 the most out of it.
You know what? Now that you're bringing up the movies, I have always been kind of stunned at the fact that issue number 1 of Raiders of the Lost Ark, I sell it for $5 because I can buy it for $250. You know, it's I see some people on eBay trying to sell it for $10, $20, but the ones that are selling are 5 to 10 tops. You know, like the absolute please, can you take mercy on me price that I could get for it is $10. It's Indiana freaking Jones. But then again, they haven't done much with Indiana Jones since the 1990s. So.
New Mutants 98 is down to 4.
It's getting closer to where it's now. Conversely, because both of them came out around the same time, Adventure Comics. I'm sorry, Batman Adventures number 12. I actually think that that's okay, because Batman Adventures would have been a kiddie book back in the day, and you would have a lot of kids who would buy it, tear it up, read it, and so no matter how many printed, I don't think a whole bunch of them survived. So that would be my take on that. How do you collect the old Spider-Man stories Marvel Comics presents?
The UK version?
The UK, yeah.
I don't know about that. Which
because I'm a little confused. I know Marvel Tales was the Spider-Man. Are you mentioning that? Austin saying, I wonder how much Rogue's first appearance is written. Nope, it actually went down. We just checked. Thank you, Eric. You know who likes Brother Voodoo? Not Zach, says Austin. Clark saying, yeah, I agree. I'm getting out. I'm going to hold probably going to get rid of everything else. I'm going to keep my wall books. You know, I can't. I told Gail, I said, you know, I could probably get at this point $60 for the Hawkman #4, the first appearance of Zatanna. But I could get $60 a hell of a lot better than faster. I could get the first appearance of Zatanna. You know, if I sell it, I will probably never own it again. And it's going to be one of those situations because I lucked into that. Or the first appearance of Silver Age Black Canary, the one we all know and love these days. Hello to Dominic. What's up?
I'm doing well. And Dean, how about you, about yourself and everybody else?
I got a question for you. Did you buy all those Nova comics on the last auction before we moved?
The Nova.
Nova.
The ones that couldn't sell forever.
The ones that are hosted by Mr. Spock.
I'm not sure if I did.
Okay.
Did you save the live stream?
Yeah, we had a comic book auction before I moved where I kind of did a half off sort of thing. And by the way, nobody got the Nova reference. No, okay. I'm old.
I got it. About when was that auction?
About a month ago, I guess.
All right. What?
Freaking long ago.
All right. Well, I want us to replay and see if I did buy the Nova books.
It's okay. I'm asking you because I'm just being lazy. You know, if you don't worry about it, because we're gonna go get boxes out of the storage shed, so it's no biggie. So.
All right.
Let's see some of what we got. Oh, I would like an Avengers Annual #10, says Austin. One day, that was one of my first Richard Meyer videos I watched and have a lot of sentimental feeling about it. He compared that to a Carol Manvers issue at the time. Yikes!
What?
It was a fair comparison to all the thing there.
And by the way, Glenser, right now, X-Men 129 is more than 3 times the value of Avengers Annual 10. So that's
Kitty Pryde. Everybody loves Kitty Pryde.
Kitty gets the Duke over Rogue. Rogue.
Yeah. Now, who is somebody I think is now overvalued? I would say Brother Voodoo. Who is somebody I think is undervalued? Someone, Amazing Man, of course. But no, seriously though, who is undervalued? Say again.
Ambush Bug.
The Ambush Bug. From how he's being used, yeah, I could see because it's that DC Comics Presents teaming up with the Doom Patrol. It's about $10. I don't know, maybe 10 to 20. I would say tops for Ambush Bug.
I would say back in the day he was overvalued, but now he's undervalued. That's Lobo. I feel like Lobo is dropped. He was
because they announced the movie, and now he's a big star in the main event going on DC now. Yeah. Oh yes, one slick dude for the win here. Ultimate Fallout 4 is overvalued. So I would also have to go with the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. I think that one's a bit overvalued.
I will push back on Ultimate Fallout 4.
Okay, give it to us.
Well, okay, because Miles Morales, fair or unfair, is the Spider-Man for an entire younger generation of readers. I don't think any of those people even who cares about Spider-Gwen? That was manufactured. Mm-hmm. There's nothing organic about that. To me, I have trouble differentiating her from Gwenpool. But Miles Morales, shouldn't be Spider-Man. He should be his own character. But that character has really resonated with younger readers in a way. Okay. The character would be so much bigger if Marvel didn't insist on having him replace Peter Parker, because that's led to pushback from, because it doesn't matter. People like the default for, it's like, no matter how long these characters are around, you think of Clark Kent, you think of Superman, you think of Clark Kent changing in a phone booth, even though no one knows what a phone booth is anymore. Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Miles Morales should be his own character and should be much bigger. That's a Marvel problem, but kids really like him.
Okay, I think
sell it very well in the store.
Work shown. You've actually turned me around on that. Let's see. Yeah, that's Condry. I got a gut punch. I was staring a minty copy of ASM at my Maz, and it ended up getting damaged. I can't justify replacing it at current price. And then we've got Austin saying, question, has Kitty Pryde and Jubilee ever grown up in the 90s and 2000s, or have they stayed teenagers until... No, I know Kitty Pryde's grew up.
Well, also Jubilee, she grew up too.
Didn't she have a kid?
Yeah, she had a kid.
Yeah, she had a kid. Yeah. No, but she had she adopted Shogo when she's already an adult, like in her 30s.
Who is a character that is undervalued?
Condiment Man.
Well, of course. That is a $10 book.
King?
Right there, Condiment King.
Or sorry, King, whatever.
Yeah, that's a damn good question. Who's a character that's over or undervalued? Batgirl, probably, because I've only seen that as high as 350.
What? Detective 359?
Yeah, you've seen it go higher.
That's worth over $4,000.
Are any?
I've never seen a sale of that, so I guess I'm not looking.
Have any of the Hanna-Barbera characters dropped in value?
Yeah, it's definitely that's very okay. Now you want one that's overvalued. Poison Ivy.
Okay.
7,000 according to Comic Book Realm, and like I said, the accuracy of that site is really taking a beating.
You're losing faith in Comic Book Realm.
I know now. I get a second opinion a hell of a lot more than I used to. That said, again, at one time, Poison Ivy was. We all know why it's worth money now because of this obsession with Harley Quinn. Right. Although it doesn't translate into anything, because Harley Quinn doesn't sell anywhere near what it used to. I don't. It's almost like I can't put my finger on what it is about Poison Ivy that. I mean, because the book itself is almost 60 years old now, so, and it's the first appearance of a very popular character, but half of that value is because that appeals to people that don't buy comics, but cosplay as the character. So what good does it do to have that be 7,000? Because people that would want the book aren't going to pay that, and the people that like the character could care less because that's not the Poison Ivy they know. Well, that Poison Ivy liked icky men.
That original Poison Ivy, the Uma Thurman version, is that the actual origin story, or did they make it up for the Batman Robin movie with Uma Thurman Poison Ivy, where she was working for a guy who underappreciated her, and she basically.
No, well, the man was Jason Woodrue, the Floronic Man.
Yeah, they didn't have the same. They didn't cross paths the way they did in Batman Robin.
Okay, I was just wondering if that's was her origin story, or if they just made shit up.
Well, I think there's parts of that, but in those days, they weren't doing a whole lot of killing. So Poison Ivy didn't kill everything she came in contact with in those days.
Well, so basically, a man caused her to become a villain.
Yeah, well, yeah, she was more interested in seducing Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Than anything, and then Batman, than.
Well, she was afraid to come out back then because you were persecuted.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes me want to do the
Maze Spider-Man First Black Cat. I just saw that going for $40 at my shop because it had 3 punch holes.
Yeah, it's $194. Just to be accurate. And let's see, what is that going for now? Because that was $600 last I looked.
I'm trying to think what Silver Age characters out there that just got kind of overlooked, like Doom Patrol or something. I've seen that one going for $500.
Man Bat.
Well, that's Detective 400. That's worth a ton.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Just a couple of bucks.
Are all of the rogue villains for Batman like
You
really pricey?
You could probably point to a lot of DC comic first appearances and go, yeah, comparatively, that one is.
But Marvel, the Shroud, a lot of them are probably like really cheap.
Yeah, 129. At first, Punisher still 4.
Punisher's only $4,000.
Yeah, only.
Yeah, I would actually call that one of the that's undervalued.
I disagree because I've been consistent. So all the other major first appearances in that time period of comics, I don't put any of them in 4 figures.
Okay.
If any of them should be, it would be Punisher because the Amazing Spider-Man is the best-selling series in comics. Period. I mean, it has blown the doors off of Batman at this point.
So you're saying the real Punisher, the one I would put for 4 issues, is worth $4,000?
What?
The real Punisher, not this Frank Castle nonsense.
No, yeah.
Right. Yes, that's the one we're talking
first,
about. Show.
First Man Bat, $1,000.
Okay, it's about the same as Iron Man book I saw. Iron Man number 1.
It's also an anniversary. It's also an anniversary edition with Neil Adams art, but it's still that's a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. Nice to meet you. Leading on DA Harvey Dent, only to poison him for bulldozing flowers. Oh, that's the animated series. Yeah, that was really good. But yeah, like I said, the probably DC has more of the undervalued, just because Marvel, they go crazy for Marvel, the speculators and such.
This is interesting. First Ra's al Ghul, 1,200. The come on.
Like RoboCop first appearance.
Work, please.
I mean, I'd argue that's undervalued, especially if Man-Bat's going for 1,000.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, again, it's Detective Comics 1000. It's a few years older. It's also both of them are done by Neil Adams. And if you take speculating in movies like that out of the equation, I think it's fair. They're close, but here's what both of them are looking up at: Batman 227, which is an homage cover to Detective Comics 31.
Oh yeah, that's right.
1,500,
and that's just based on the cover.
Yes.
So yeah, I would have to say that's we were talking about characters, but that is definitely an overvalued book.
Well, but see now, okay, I'm going to push back on that.
Okay.
As a collector, at least that got there organically because of supply and demand, and not speculators in artificial inflation.
Well, I see what you're saying about getting there by itself. That's a point. But when you're talking about that versus the first appearance of somebody as significant as Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul is one of the villains. He's beyond Batman. I mean, of course, he's Batman, essentially a Batman villain, but he's gone beyond Batman. It's.
I understand that, and
versus an homage cover.
No, I agree, but even with artificial inflation, there's more demand for that homage cover. So as a collector, I kind of respect that.
So I'm looking it up, and I'm seeing a 7.5 slabbed Deadman comic going for $750. What do we think of that? What does Eric think of that? Professional price grader.
Deadman.
Neil Adams?
No. Okay. What comic?
Oh, that's that is Strange Adventures 205.
Okay, that's the first appearance of Deadman.
Yeah.
That is Neil Adams. And what did you say I was going for again?
750, 7.5.
Okay, that's not. I've seen crazier.
Yeah,
that's more than I would pay for it, but
okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if, or is this an overvalued? Is it an undervalued? It's one of the characters I brought up. I've seen Sergeant Rock going for 1,200, and considering the fact that it is harder to find than a lot of the books we've mentioned here before, as much as I don't want it to be that expensive, I actually can see that going probably another to 2,500, maybe 3,000. But that's more based on scarcity. I think it's a matter of popularity. I think it's the people who buy comics know them, but yeah. And we've got Brave and the Bold 57 Metamorpho. I have been able to pick that up for $50 easy. I don't know if you can. I think that is actually fine. Metamorpho is a character that absolutely is known by us. That's not quite as known outside. So not as many people are seeking it. But that would be.
He's a secondary or a third level character. He's only basically worked best in a team environment. It makes sense. It would only be a $50.
Well, at the time of his one ongoing series, he was basically portrayed in a similar light as Plastic Man, which was also going at the same time at DC. And to LK's point, I think that character he's works better as a backup feature or as a member of a team.
Oh, hello, and thank you. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'll finish your thought and then I'll.
No, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Glenzer, for the $5 super chat. Remember, kids, super chats do exist, and he's saying which comic have more a valuable issue? Not its number one. Two guesses: Ms. Marvel, first Mystique, and Iron Fist, first Sabretooth. Oh, I see. So. A book within the series that's more valuable than the first issue.
Yes.
You bring up Teen Titans all the time with the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, yeah, well that's like the 17th series of Teen Titans.
Well, even with Teen Titans, issue number 1 goes for $100. And issue number 2 goes for 150.
Goes for more.
What is the one has the very last issue is more expensive? That's She-Hulk? Sensational She-Hulk? Or is that Dazzler?
Sensational She-Hulk is about as expensive as the first issue.
Well, Sensational She-Hulk, the jump rope issue is like 5-6 times as valuable as number 1.
That's $200. That's over $200 in some cases. So yeah, the Sensational She-Hulk does fit.
I just remember you guys tell me there was one because it had a low print number for like what threads the last issue of this.
Any milestone. The end of the milestone run, the end of the milestone era, all of those last issues.
Yeah, especially Static.
Yeah.
What is it? Batman? Was it Batman Adventures number 8?
Oh yeah, Batman Adventures number 12.
12, yeah.
Yeah, the first appearance of Harley Quinn is thousands of dollars more.
Yeah, it's worth,
or at least
the rest of the run.
Yeah.
What is it? Next Men 21.
Yeah, that's
Hellboy.
It's weird. I don't even think about indie books when but you're right. Yeah, first Hellboy. Hell, that's worth the rest of the series put together.
Yeah,
and plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm selling it for $1, guys, that means I could buy it for less. So yeah, I've sold one of those Hellboys, but I got it. I forget where I got it, but I got it I just lucked out on the bidding. It was like I put maybe $15 on it, $20, and ended up winning. That's just the way. You want a secret, guys? Go to eBay at 4:00 in the morning. Anything ending then, nobody's paying attention. So if somebody didn't put a big ass bid on it, it actually works. Ooh. Yeah, the Hellboy. Hellboy is from Next Men. Maybe Howard the Duck with Kiss. Well, issue number 1 goes for $25 to $30 usually. I haven't really seen it much higher than that. And the Kiss issues I've seen for about 15 to 20. So.
Well, we're on Werewolf by Night.
Issue number 1 versus
1, yes.
Yeah, issue versus the first appearance of Moon Knight.
Tomb of Dracula.
The Blade issue is higher than the first issue.
Blade's 4,000.
Okay. And as we said, Marvel Spotlight has Spider-Woman, even though it's only $100.
Do you know what the number one issue who's in Marvel Spotlight #1?
Okay. Marvel premieres Ghostbusters, Marvel Spotlight eventually becomes Spider-Woman. Is that the?
It was only the first issue, because Werewolf by Night starts with #2.
Nope.
Red Wolf.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that was Marvel premiere.
There are 10, at least 10 comics worth more than that. Because I also forgot to mention Son of Satan started in Marvel Spotlight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I said.
So Marvel premiere is the Warlock?
Warlock is the #1.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Then
I'm getting my Marvel books a little mixed up.
Wait a second. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be one of those. Warlocks 1 and 2. Doctor Strange 3 through 14. Iron Fist 15 through 25. 26 is oh god. I'll have to get back to that. 27 is Satana. 28 is Legion of Monsters. 26 is Hercules. 29 and 30 are Liberty Legion. 31 is Wood God. 32 is Monarch Moonstalker, maybe? I don't know.
There you go. One book that's less than the first issue.
Oddly enough, though, Mario, the first Iron Fist is pretty expensive. The rest of those aren't that bad. I mean, there's a Doctor Strange that's worth a decent amount because it's first appearance of one of the Dalton type things he would know more.
Yeah,
about.
I actually had it. It's like, and it's a kid. It's a regular name. It's like first appearance of Mary June. It's just it really is a normal name. I just had one, as a matter of fact, when you mentioned, but it was God dang it, now it's gone. Let's see. Oh, Bloodstone. That made me think of Jungle Action. Jungle Action was a reprint title that reprinted all the stories from the 40s and 50s, and then Black Panther.
Well, Bloodstone was the first 2 issues of Marvel Presents, and then.
Well, yeah, I know. It just reminded me of Jungle Action.
Is Elsa Bloodstone even popular anymore?
That miniseries, the first issue, is worth $200.
The one from the 2000s?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That it's not exactly everywhere, and that one episode, man, they should have followed up, done another Halloween.
Shuma Garath.
There you go. Well, I guess I was thinking something different.
Well, you said Sue, but yeah, so Shu.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take it. I'll take my mind working like that.
All right, now this is why I'm saying this is total bullshit. According to this, that Legion of Monsters is worth $550 now.
Okay.
Because the first appearance of the Legion of Monsters, 4 characters that have been around for years. So it's some of the stuff is just insane.
I see what you're saying. That's an overvalued book.
Well, I just think people there are just making shit up. I mean, there's no sales to back any of these up. I mean, that's like $400 more than it was worth last time I looked.
You think it might be a case of what's his name, Comic Tom, where, hey, we've got an auction coming up and we've got these books, therefore these are the ones that are hot this week.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that side of it, so it could be.
Glenser's pointing out 2001: A Space Odyssey. Man, I can't get rid of that issue #2, but yeah, issue #8 has Machine Man in it, so yeah, that works out. I don't know. Anyway, guys, we've been on this for about $1.50, and I'm sitting on a hardwood floor. So my old man deteriorating butt needs to stand up for a while.
It's like being in college.
And if I'm really, I should be pointing out that LK, you should have said something, dude. I didn't know what time it was.
You were on a roll. It was hard.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, guys. As soon as this ends, Dominic and LK are going to jump in and do some manga talk. Are you guys still doing it, or are you going to postpone it?
No, as far as I know, Dominic, you still good?
Yep.
All righty then. Yeah. So
Right
please,
after
by
the show.
all means, check out they're talking about manga and anime. So join them for that. And let's see, tomorrow, just kind of a conversation on Thursday. Saturday is the auction. Every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're back on Saturdays. We're going to have our little budget comic book auction with the books you've seen here. And as always, thank you much for hanging out with us. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night,
No, everybody.
Hey, guys.
You're all good.
Bye now.